it going? Hi, my name is Sadie and I'll be your nurse today. How are you?
Very well.
Good. Can you confirm your name and your date of birth for me?
Hunter Crouch, 12/7/92.
Awesome. I am going to get started with your exam. I'm going to ask you a couple questions to begin. Can you tell me your full name?
Hunter Austin Crouch.
Awesome. And can you tell me the date?
April 12th, 2020.
Good. And who's the president?
Donald Trump.
Great. Patient is alert and oriented to time, person, and place. I'm going to have you remove your glasses now. I'm going to take a look at your pupils by shining this pin light into your eyes. If you'll just look straight for me. Good. All right. Pupils are equal and round and reactive to light bilaterally. What I'm going to have you do now is I'm going to test your upper body strength. So if you'll grip my hands and squeeze with both hands equally. Very good. And I'm going to have you do the same thing, but this time I'm going to have you push against my hands with your feet. Press down. All right, very good. Patient has upper and lower body strength equal bilaterally. Now I'm going to have you remove your shirt and I'm going to take a look at your spine. I'm going to have you stand up. Good, and face that way for me. Good. Patient has a convex thoracic spine and a concave lumbar spine. I'm going to have you bend forward and touch your toes for me. Good, and he has a normal C shape of the spine. And I'm going to look behind you. There's no scoliosis or kyphosis present, and you can go ahead and stand up. And if you'll turn and face that wall for me to your left. Good, and now I'm going to palpate your spine. So I'm just going to touch starting from your neck and move all the way down to your hips. Let me know if you feel any tenderness along the way. All right, very good. No tenderness, heat, or swelling was felt on palpation. So now I'm going to move to your musculoskeletal system. So you can go ahead and have a seat again. So I'm going to start with your neck and I'm going to look at muscles and joints all the way down to your feet. So I'm going to have you start with range of motion in your neck. If you will, flex it forward, chin to chest for me. Good, and extend it back where you put your head towards your back. Very good, and now you can come back forward. And now I'm going to have you take your left ear and try to touch your left shoulder. Good for lateral bending, and the other side. Very good, and now I'm going to have you look to your left for rotation. Good, and rotate it to the right. Very good, you have full range of motion in your neck. Now I'm going to move down to your shoulders. So I'm going to start by your traps and then palpate all around your shoulders, and then we'll go through range of motion. Let's start here with your traps. Good, let me know if you feel any tenderness along the way. And now I'm going to look at your shoulders, and I'm going to start palpating here. How you doing?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
Good. All right, very good. And now we're going to go through the range of motion for your shoulders. So I'm going to have you start by flexing them, by lifting them straight up over your head. There we go. And now extending them back down to your side and then back behind you for hyperextension. All right, good. You can come back here. Now I'm going to have you take them up over your head for abduction. Good, and then you can bring them back down. I'm going to have you take your right arm and cross your body. Good, and same thing with your left arm for adduction. Very good, and then for internal rotation, I'm going to have you put your hands behind your hips. Good, and then bend your elbows and put them behind your head for external rotation. All right, great. So for your shoulders and your traps, you had no tenderness. You can put your arms back down. No tenderness, swelling, or masses felt on palpation. Your muscles were symmetric. and no heat no redness or deformity seen on inspection. So now I'm going to move down and I'm going to look at your biceps and your triceps, and then I'm going to palpate them. Good. All right, so I'm going to start here on the front of your arm. And I'm going to move to the back of your arms. Good, and now I'm going to move to your elbows. I'm just going to look at them here. Good, and look here. And now I'm going to touch. Good, and now I'm going to move to your wrists. So if you'll put your hands out like this for me, and then flip them over. Very good, and now you can flip them back over. I'm going to touch here. Good. Awesome, and now I'm going to move to your fingers. Good, and then this hand for me. Great, so now I'm going to move to your lower body. I'm going to have you lay back here on the table, and I'm going to start with your hips. So I'm going to place my hands right here on your hips. All right, very good. And now we're going to go through the range of motion for your hips. So if you'll lift your left leg up towards you, good, and back down, and then your right leg. Very good. And now I'm going to have you turn over on your stomach and kick your leg back behind you. Good. And your other one for hyperextension. Very good. And now you can roll back over for me. Great. And now I'm going to have you take your leg out, swing it out for abduction. Good. And back across your body for adduction. Good. And then the other leg out and then back across your body. Very good. And now I'm going to have you take your ankle to your right ankle to your left shin. Good. And swing your knee out. Good. And then back in for internal rotation. Good. Right. And then the same thing with the other leg. External rotation and internal. Very good. All right. You can sit back up, and I'm going to move down to your quads and then your knees, ankles, and we'll be done. All right. So I'm going to touch your quads here. All right, and moving down towards your knee. And this one. Good, and then taking a look at your calves here, and I'm going to touch your calves. Good, and then your ankles. All right, great. So for all your muscles, they were equal in symmetry. Your muscles and joints were equal in symmetry. No redness and no deformities noted. And all your joints had full range of motion. No swelling, no heat or tenderness was present. So you had a very good exam.